Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Ravi Singh and I'm going to help you understand great engineering concepts around us. For that, you just need to hit the subscribe button down below. This video is made for the purpose of answering the question which I gave you in the previous video, and the question was, why are there crushed stones alongside rail tracks? So I'm giving you some moments to think about this question. Just think. Now, let me answer. When railway vehicles, referred to as rolling stocks, are running, then the contact between its wheel and the track is made with the help of two rails. These rails are held elastically on sleepers, which are also known as ties, by means of fastenings. So why crushed stones, technically called track ballast, are lying alongside the railway tracks? Because track ballast basically forms the track bed on which the railway sleepers are kept. They are packed between the sleepers in the areas below and on the sides of railway tracks. So why specifically those stones? Because track ballast cannot be made with any kind of stones. The shape of the ballast, along with its size and the thickness of its layers, are also important. So first, let us see about the shape. Stones must be irregular with sharp edges. That ensures they properly interlock with each other and the ties so as to fully secure them against movement. Spherical stones cannot do that. In order to let new ballast fully settle and interlock, speed limits are often reduced for a period of time on sections of track where fresh ballast has been laid. Now let us see thickness of the layers. The appropriate thickness of a layer of track ballast depends on the size and spacing of the sleepers, the amount of traffic on the line, and various other factors. An insufficient depth of ballast can lead to vibrations that damage nearby structures and also causes overloading of the underlying soil, and in unfavorable conditions, overloading the soil causes the track to sink, usually unevenly. Now let us see about the size. Track ballast typically rests on a layer of small crushed stones called the subballast, which gives a solid support for the top ballast and reduces the entry of water from the underlying grounds. Sometimes an elastic mat made up of EPDM or ethylene propylene diene monomer rubber, which is highly resistant to heat, water and other mechanical strains, is placed on the layer of subballast and beneath the ballast, thereby significantly reducing vibrations to a great extent, and the noise is also diminished to a bare minimum. Now let us see the functions of this track ballast. So the track ballast serves a number of purposes. First of all, it makes sure that tracks stay in place when super heavy trains roll by on them. It also plays an instrumental role in keeping any vegetation in check that might grow around the tracks and thus make the ground beneath the tracks weaker. Another important aspect of track ballast is that it seals out any water that may be around the tracks on a regular basis. But that doesn't mean the ballast completely insulates the tracks from water, which would be impossible. But it does facilitate water drainage around and beneath the tracks so that water doesn't stay near the tracks and compromise the solidity of the ground. So this is all about this question. Now again I'm giving you a question to think about it, and I hope that you all will comment about this question in the comments section. And the question is, why is it necessary to defrost, that is free of accumulated ice, the refrigerator? So think about this question and stay healthy, stay safe, and stop COVID-19 by staying at home. Thank you. Also, for more exciting contents about science related stuffs in the form of news, videos, or articles, don't forget to like our page Science Talk on Facebook, for which the link is given below.